She is country music's sweetheart, the woman who forgives everyone. But one name still makes her blood boil after 50 years. At 78 years old, Dolly Parton has one unforgivable sin, and the truth is darker than you think. In 1964, a wide-eyed 18-year-old Dolly arrived in Nashville with just a cardboard suitcase and $9 to her name. The bustling city of dreams was intimidating, but Dolly, with her homemade dresses and unshakable determination, found an unlikely family in fellow singer Porter Wagoner. He was already a rising star with his own television show when he took the young girl from the Smoky Mountains under his wing. For 7 years, they were inseparable. Porter gave Dolly her big break, featuring her weekly on The Porter Wagoner Show, where their chemistry charmed millions. Behind the scenes, they wrote songs together late into the night, shared meals at dimly lit diners, and even split motel rooms to save money. Dolly once confessed, "We were like family. He believed in me when nobody else did." Their duets, like The Last Thing on My Mind, became instant classics, blending Porter's deep baritone with Dolly's angelic soprano so perfectly that fans often wondered if they were married in real life. But beneath the harmony, trouble brewed. By 1973, Dolly's solo career was taking off. Her song Jolene was climbing the charts, and Nashville executives were taking notice. Porter, however, was not celebrating her success. He was quietly working against it. The breaking point came when Dolly was offered a $1 million contract with a major label, one that promised her full creative control over her music. The night before she was to sign, she excitedly told Porter, expecting him to share her joy. Instead, he made a phone call that would change everything. Within hours, rumors spread through Music Row that Dolly was difficult to work with and ungrateful. By morning, the deal had vanished. "I walked into that meeting ready to sign," Dolly recalled years later, her voice still raw with emotion. "And they handed me my hat instead." The betrayal cut deep because Dolly knew exactly who was behind it. Porter had connections at the label, and had been whispering that she would not honor contracts. Even worse, he began claiming partial ownership of songs she had written alone, including Coat of Many Colors, a deeply personal anthem about her childhood poverty. Dolly faced an impossible choice: remain under Porter's control forever or risk her entire career. She chose freedom, but the cost was devastating. Radio stations suddenly refused to play her solo music. Bookings for her concerts were mysteriously canceled. The man who had made her famous was now trying to break her. Through tears, Dolly later admitted, "I lost more than my career that year. I lost my belief that good people do good things." Her response to the betrayal became one of the most iconic songs in history. "I Will Always Love You," often mistaken for a romantic ballad, was actually Dolly's heartbreaking farewell to Porter. She sang it for him privately before leaving his show. According to bandmates, Porter wept when he heard it, then doubled down on his campaign to sabotage her. For decades after, Dolly never spoke Porter's name in interviews, referring to him only as a certain someone. Behind the scenes, her team had strict rules. No performances of their duets, no photos of them together backstage, and absolutely no reunions. Her longtime guitarist revealed, if someone played one of their old songs, she would walk out of the room. That famous smile disappeared real quick. Yet Dolly, ever the strategist, turned her pain into power. Her first #1 solo hit after leaving Porter, "Here You Come Again," was a cheerful middle finger to anyone who doubted she could succeed without him. Even her bubbly persona on talk shows became armor. The brighter she smiled, the less anyone could see the scars. Industry insiders noticed the chill. When Porter was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2002, Dolly sent flowers, but did not attend. When asked about him, she deflected with jokes like, "Honey, I forgive everybody. But my memory is just fine, thank you very much." The closest she ever came to admitting her grudge was in 2011, when she mused, "They say time heals all wounds. Well, some wounds leave scars that remind you not to get cut again." Even after Porter's death in 2007, when she generously praised his talent at his funeral, those closest to her saw the truth. As her manager put it, Dolly forgave, but she never forgot what that betrayal cost her. Dolly's story is not about holding a grudge. It is about holding on to yourself. She could have destroyed Porter publicly. She could have written a scathing tell-all. Instead, she built Dollywood, became a billionaire, and turned I Will Always Love You into a global anthem recorded by Whitney Houston. The song Porter tried to claim now earns Dolly millions. Hurt people, she once said. But healed people, they build kingdoms. At 78, Dolly Parton has not just survived betrayal, she has rewritten the rules. The Queen of Country proved that the best revenge is not hatred. It is a life so radiant, the shadows cannot touch it.